A thing to say out of pride, you know? Yeah. This is our fourth boat run. Being cleared in the day before, we went into town to apply for our cruising permit and then went back to the boat, picked up the anchor and headed over towards Red Frog Beach Marina, which is attached to the Red Frog Resort. This is us coming into the Marina and Leslie pointing at the route that we came in. As we approach, you can see there is quite a few boats there. It has one long finger with two fingers coming off it. There was a Selene in front of us and a sailboat behind us as we approached. Red Frog Beach is on Isla Bastimentos, and this is where the resort is also. The drone gives a good perspective of Isla Bastimentos with the marina and Isla Solarte in the distance. With the 360 we look out to the Caribbean and then swing around and look towards Bocas Town in the distance, and then Isla Solarte right ahead and the mountains of Panama in the distance. We come all the way around. On the chart you can see that it's 12 miles from Red Frog Beach to Starfish Beach, and the circles show the places we've been so far. Dolphin Bay is about 8 miles away, and Loma Partida, where we went snorkeling, about 10.
Approaching the La Rosa Beach Club at Red Frog Beach, and there's the beach down there. Looks beautiful.
Looking west into the sunset. It's very beautiful. This is the Red Frog Beach, and that looks west from the drone. This is looking east, southeast actually, and that's Turtle Beach, the beach behind. Please.
Well, I can't take a picture of us. Supply boat coming in while we're slaving away, cleaning the decks here after our trip.
I was going to drive those trucks off.
Maybe they're for somewhere else. Maybe they use them to fuel up tanks here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to top up the tanks.
But there's no road, they wouldn't drive it off there, no? I had to clean out the lazarette because we had something leaking into the engine room on passage, and at first we thought it was oil or hydraulic oil or something because it had a funny sweet smell to it. Anyway, I've taken absolutely everything out. As you can see, there's just stuff everywhere, and there's the culprit. The tin is rusted through and it's Semco, so I've had to scrub out the whole lazarette. Scrubbed out the whole shelf and everything underneath it, and I took out one of the floorboards which would go in front of where the fan is now. Scrubbed it all, and I'm just waiting for it to dry a bit before I start cleaning things and putting them back. These are pumps. Two of them are hydraulic pumps, and I think that's a starter motor for the MAN. It weighs like 5,000 pounds. I've got to clean all those up before I can put them back.
We've arrived in rainy season, which means every so often, or every couple of days, we get some very heavy downpours. On only one day has it rained all day. Otherwise, it mostly rains at night. But on this particular day, it rained during the day.
We're having our morning walk after the rain stopped. You can hardly see Frank down there. It's very steep coming up this hill. Still going uphill.
The red frog of Red Frog Beach. Apparently they are poisonous. We didn't touch them to find out. They'd all come out when the rain came out. The other thing to see here is the sloths. This is a young sloth that's always in what's known as the sloth tree here in Red Frog Beach.
Imagine living up here. It's like you're on top of the world. See all the surf down there. Beautiful. So we're trying to get a water taxi back to Red Frog, and the first guy arrived in here, a brand spanking new boat, 4 days old. But then he was fussing around and he needed fuel and he had to go and eat, so then they brought us another guy, and now we're sitting on the boat and he's pulled into another, I don't know, like a stop, and he's run off.
With gasolina.
So he's still waiting.
So, I've been having some fun with them with the price. They want $8 each to go back to Red Frog, which is fine. But I was telling them 5, but they weren't biting. Were they?
Yeah, they went, every time there's another delay, he takes off another $1.
They're not interested. We're having fun. We've got a cruising permit now, finally, and we're heading back. And we've got a SIM card, which hopefully will allow us to do the hotspot. And yeah, we saw a realtor today as well. Yay!
We also use our own dinghy, and this is where we got caught in the rain. Or we went out in the early morning to go and explore, look for dolphins, and also paddleboard. Here is Leslie paddleboarding in the early morning. It's beautiful out there, and you can hear all the birds. It's actually very wonderful, and if you're lucky, you see lots of dolphins. Here we are in Dolphin Bay, where apparently about 80 dolphins live. We've also seen them in other places around the Marina, near Isla Solate, and in fact we saw one on the way to Bocas town today. So you can see them everywhere, but on this particular day we were very lucky. We saw upwards of 20, and some of them even follow the boat trying to ride the wake. One Sunday afternoon we took the dinghy down to Loma Partida, down through the cut between Isla Popa and Cristobal. It's beautiful and fantastic down here, and there was a whole new small village and even a small resort, and Leslie brought her fins and also did some snorkeling nearby. It was a great afternoon.
Here we are at Starfish Beach, which is over there. And we've just been snorkeling. It was real fun. And now we're going to get rained on. And I don't know how long the rain's going to last, because we got at least 45 minutes to get back to the boat, the mothership, from here.
On the west end of Starfish Beach there are restaurants and small bars and lots of people just sitting in the water. Underneath there is lots and lots of starfish just sitting there. Some of them are extremely large, but everybody is respectful and nobody is picking them up, thereby suffocating them. So I'm glad that they're enjoying them without messing with them. An amazing sunset brings to an end this video on Bocas. Next time we'll take you downtown and to some of the beach bars and hotels that we've seen as we continue to explore Bocas del Toro.